So in this video, we're going to talk about if you're a coach or agency owner or a businessman who is working their business online, then a lot of times what happens is you get you face a really hard time to stay productive. You face a really hard time to make the things, make the moves that actually make the money, right? So in this video, we're going to talk about how you can stay productive and how you can work on the task that actually matters and how you can get weeks or months of task in days, right? So let's get into the video. People who don't know me, my name is Sanskar Pani. I have scaled multiple agencies to multiple six figures and I have helped my clients to achieve the same as well. So let's get started with the mindset, right? A lot of times, what we think is we have this limiting belief that things takes time, right? To execute things, it takes time. So you should give yourself time to in order to execute things, right? So there is a great lesson that I have learned about decision making, right? So the person who makes decisions and act upon it get the feedback really quickly versus the person who act or take the business very in a delayed manner, slowly take the decisions very slowly. They get very delayed feedback, right? So the person who is taking decisions very, very fast and executing on them on it, he will get more feedback data points than the person who is doing it slow, right? So first thing you have to keep in mind, first thing that you have to change your mindset, that yes, it is possible to get weeks or even months of tasks get done in days, right? So let's talk about the Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law basically tells us that the amount of time that we give to a task, it will be the exact amount of time that we will take in order to complete the task. Let me explain it to you in a manner, right? So, for example, I have some of the task and I give one task, for example, task a timeline of 1 month in order to complete it. So I'll complete task A by 1 month. If I give it a timeline of 1 week, I'll complete it by 1 week. If I give it a timeline of 2 days, I'll complete it by 2 days. So it basically depends upon the timeline or the deadline that you give to a certain task, and it will help us to get the task done as soon as possible, right? So this is what you have to implement in your business and also into the lives of your employees, so that you can decide the deadline, but they have to actually work upon that, right? So you have to make the culture of the company like that, that yes, there are certain tasks, there are certain ways that we can maximize productivity, and that this is how we're going to do. So step one. So this is what about Parkinson's law. So you know the exact time is important for you. So as a person who doesn't have money to invest, definitely you don't have money. That's why you're watching my videos in order to scale a business, in order to make a lot of money, right? So the thing is, time and execution is everything for you, right? So you have to focus on in how much short period of time you can achieve the maximum outputs, you can achieve the maximum productivity than you can achieve as a human, right? So let's talk about what you can do to know exactly what actually moves the needle. So it's a process called brain dump process, right? And brain dump process is basically used by all the billionaires in order to get the in order to systemize their task creation process and task completion process, right? So what you have to do is do in brain dump is basically you have to take a piece of paper, or you can have a whiteboard in your room. You have to keep it blank, okay, and you have to think about all the tasks that you need to get done right now, right after writing this, that will that you think will move the needle. So you write down scripting ads, you write down making a VSL funnel, you write down making scripting YouTube videos, scripting Instagram reels, recording YouTube videos, recording Instagram reels, making a course, or improving your course, or implementing systems, implementing AI into your business, which will actually give you leverage, which will actually help you to basically get out of your business, okay, so that you can work on your business, not in your business, right? So when you list down every single thing, okay, now think about what are the things that you need to delegate. There are surely a lot of things that you will be able to delegate to your employees, to your interns, right? So list all the things that you that can be delegated, okay, and then think about the things that doesn't add value that much to your like money making process, right? So maybe there will be a section where you have to check YouTube analytics that doesn't add to your revenue generation process. Just cut that out. Eliminate all the things that are not necessary or that doesn't add that much value to your money making journey, money making machine, right? Then after you have all the things delegated, all the things eliminated, now you got the really, really important part. That might be scripting the YouTube videos, recording the YouTube videos, scripting the ads, making the funnel, okay? And every single thing that you need to do, now you have a task that actually moves the needle, that actually helps you to make money, right? Now, what you have to do is you have to just assign the deadline to every single task. And what you can do is you can also block out your time in your calendar. So it really works well. So what you have to do is you just have to take your task. For example, I have to take scripting of YouTube videos, right? What I need to do is I have to open my calendar. I have to block out a time that okay, Sunday maybe 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. I'm going to script the ads. Okay, and I have a block time for that. I literally have a block time. I don't do anything else. I keep my phone aside, keep everything aside. I have a block time. At that particular time, I have to do X amount of tasks. Okay, for this example, we have to script the videos, right? So with that, what happens is what you can do is you can basically first of all allocate the time so you know exactly when to do that particular task. And the second thing is you will be very much accountable for that. Okay, you have your calendar, you check your calendar daily, you check your to-do list daily, so you will be accountable that yes, I have to do this particular task, and you'll have track of every single task that you're doing inside of your company. Tell your employees also to do the same task, to block out the time whenever the task is going to be done, right? So it will make the process easier, it will help you smoothen process, you know when to do the task exactly. Second, it helps you to track every single task, that when the task is completed and how what is the progress, right? And third, you're doing the task that actually moves the needle, that actually makes you a lot of money. And that's how you have to think like a businessman. That's how you have to think like a boss. You have to delegate tasks. You have to understand about what tasks are very, very important, that are worth your time. Because you as a business owner, your time is more important. Okay, all these things can be bought, but the time you can't buy time, right? So time is the most important asset for you. So you have to leverage all the things, human, code, AI. You have to use leverage in order to buy back time, so that you can work on things that actually moves the needle, right? So that's how you can be much more productive than you previously. And hope it helps, and let me know what more types of videos you want inside of the comments, and surely I'll check them and I'll reply to as much as I possibly can. Okay, and definitely if you want to work one to one with me and my team to help you scale your business, then you can find a link in the description in order to book a call with me, or also you'll find a link in the description, a video that will help you to understand how you can make money, how you can get clients as an agency or a coach or info product business owner, right? So yeah, that's it for the video, and I'll get you in the next.